Heretics, Gentlemate's the best map 1 team throughout most of the early part of the year. That is now owned by Heretics, 14-7 in map 1s. They'll look to come out strong, come out with the heat. Apologies for a couple technical delays, but now we are into the action. Kicking it off on Den.
Yeah, Miami gonna start on that stronger side, so hoping to earn some time. As both teams just continue to battle, just trade. Gentlemate's gonna get in on it. Trake's trying to go on a pincher. We'll see what timings he gets.
Here goes Trakes. All right, gets one. Teammate clears him out of the point. Trakes can't snap for the second, but you take numbers, that'll be everybody dead coming off a spawn now for Paris. So now Miami, try to soak up this final 20. You've got Roto to next. Gonna have to pick up Envoy on the other side. We'll see what the timing's gonna be like for Envoy, but he might be able to disrupt this. He'll actually get set up first.
Yeah, Miami thinks they're gonna go bottom side of the map here, and they're not. They're just straight through P2, so it's a wrong read here by Trakes, but that's some good info. The problem is, though, you go 3 dead, and what we saw in the last series from Paris is some undisciplined rotations at times, but, I mean, you get the back spawn here. Heretics somehow spawned 2 here, and I think they just got blessed a bit.
Yeah, no, I think they certainly did. After a misread on how the Roto was going into P2.
Someone was back there too.
I think they were set up like near pillar, right?
Yeah, looks great. Wow.
I'd have to watch that back, but yeah, no, I think that was a absolute blessing for Heretics. It may not matter because the game giveth and the game taketh away. All 4 dead. Heretics broken. Good rebound there from Paris.
That's an insane break. You don't even get a kill on the board if you are Heretics. So 25 seconds left. What do you want to do? Want to rotate, hit this one more time? Maybe try to break up some of this. That's going to be the call. Metals shoots Ghosty down to 26, able to clean it up and trying to fight this scrap time, but you can already see some pink arrows towards P3.
A little 2-on-2 going to go down around the point. A big skirmish, and well, Heretics able to win that and earn themselves some early time as hardpoint pops. Trying to get through mid-cut will be Sib. Doesn't find the timing on through to get a freebie, maybe sets up Ghosty to get 1 or 2. Ghosty does get 2 and stay alive. Unfortunately, the mid-cut player has not been able to find any success.
Yeah, their P3 was not great. First Carolina was Paris, so, I mean, it's a little bit mixy. But you'd love to have a little bit of a cleaner setup there after winning that rotation. They do not, and now Miami going to take the lead and push on through.
Well, no, Miami won. I mean, they won that 2-on-2 skirmish.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It was going to be a big break, if anything, by Paris, but you're not wrong in the sense that when we cast the last series, I think they lost every P3. The best they did was maybe 50-50 on the 1. If they can go 50-50 to the P3, I feel pretty good about them winning this map.
But 50-50, they're just lost rotation, so 2 bad things happened.
Well, Trakes will have 2 players to deal with in front of him before the help gets here. Help is just going to get here in time. He's going to pounce onto 1, get great damage for a cleanup kill, I believe, by Rancor there onto the second.
And Super's kind of out of this. He's like pushing. He's going to go all the way through. He just gets caught in no man's land right now. He thought somebody was going to push through P3, so he's been out of the fight for a long time.
Honestly, it's like similar to the P1. They think like the rotational pressure is coming from one
and
part of the map,
you're just flooding. You're just flooding right now as Gentlemates. They're just saying, let's just take the fight to them and break this up, and they've been able to do that.
Well, we'll see if Heretics make adjustments, and that's a bit of an interesting conversation with this particular title, right? Like, usually you want to like pick up every lane, spread out, and like old school hardpoint into this. You just got to play tight sometimes because, yeah, you just get that jetpack 4-man hit from the front.
You need the info. It's like, where are they coming from? And well, the best way to do that at times is just sort of play around the objective. Then when you win that next fight, go hunting a bit. So you do break up this time, but with the final 10, that will not go your way. Heretics is going to find this. Now you're pinned. A great first rotation, a nice set out of Heretics.
Yeah, it's not like it's a P3 where there's a connection from mid.
Oh, boy.
Like, there's no connection from mid. Super had literally nothing you could do at all. And now Metals, he is piecing. 14-8 from Metals.
Ghosty swung behind them now. So yeah, a little bit unlucky again. Well, I guess for the other time, it was on the other side. This time, though, Ghosty is going to make them pay. So he gets a split spawn throughout all the chaos. Envoy, as good as he was on the main stage, struggling right now, but only down 30.
Oh, I'd hate to hear if he was the one having issues. Because yeah, he was playing lights out. We'll see if he can turn it around from the 3-13 start. But Metals, he is not slowed down. Right back to work, right back to a triple.
I'd have to see how he got there. I think he like got behind 2 players through P4, got all the way up top window. Yeah, just able to flank them, and now he's on 5 in a row, and we know if Metals is going off, normally it is an instant loss for your opponents.
I'm wondering if we're going to have a technical timeout after this one. We'll see. But no, we just literally casted Envoy frying. And now he is in hell. But that's why I kind of mentioned like the change of setups too. It's just, I don't know, it's a conversation we have when you're having to play a team like Hot Up a Win. I think it's a little different. We're not sitting down in that same chair. Nice sequence there from Paris though.
Yeah, they're doing enough to stay in this game.
Oh, I mean, literally same conversation we just had about Thieves. And that come from behind win over FaZe. Just keeping it close enough that you can make a clutch strike late, keeping the pressure on at least.
I mean, I think their last P2 we were here, it was a break through the front. The P4 was a break through the front, and they're just splitting some of this time. Like overall, you've been in a better spot if you are Heretics. That's why you have the lead. But this chaotic gameplay just sort of behind the brakes. Paris only down 30.
That's what we said last series too for them.
Yeah.
Paris break after break after break. Can Paris get a break here early in a P3 and turn it into time though? This is where some of their woes have been. The pinch is coming in perfectly. Rancor should drop on the other side of this in a moment. He will. And now you've got setup played perfectly. P2 to 3 there by Gentlemates. What kind of time can you turn it? This has been the hard part for them though. This hold.
Yeah, this next set of kills. And well, they're gonna lose the numbers advantage. Josie trying to lock it down. He's able to play his life. Some close spawns, some help. So they're doing a pretty good job. In the middle of the map there was a skirmish. Rentor's able to win that, but Ghostie's on 4 in a row. He's been the hero of P3 so far, but it may not matter.
Yeah, I thought him and Neptune held like 2v4 for a good while there. I thought it was going to be long enough, but it's like the other way you look at it, though. It was a big break by them to break up this time. It's just, I don't know. Oh, well, that was directly into Metal's butt cheeks.
Yeah, that's where you want to protect the trophy for sure.
100%. That little thud was incredible.
Yeah, a little incoming tactical or frag not happening.
Yeah.
On my cheeks. Must ask for permission.
Rancor lights up the feed. Now we'll pay attention to the rotation on the other side of it.
Do you have a Hellstorm?
Well, Ghosty, we'll see if he, well, probably not gonna need to call this off a spawn. He's gonna spawn pillars with him, so he'll be right back into the fight. Ghosty's gonna get gunned to sleep by Rancor. Envoy almost just got
destroyed.
Absolutely rocked. Pressure at Neptune to do from the front, but Metals is still here, and he's still having himself a map.
Yeah, and similar to what Paris were able to do, Miami doing the exact same things, but now the ARs and Gentlemates stepping up. That's going to be 3 dead, make it all 4. Here comes some clean time. We can hear the Gentlemates fans going nuts. I think they have a whistle out there.
You know, honestly, I thought if Paris played hardpoint similar to how they did in the last series, they'd be in trouble, but this has actually been kind of similar, and they're doing fine.
Yeah, it's just going to be a question of, like, when they play a little undisciplined, is someone going to punish them, right?
Yeah. But you can't rely on breaks. Yeah. And so far, I mean, at least today, they've relied on some big breaks. Now Ghosty Streak is going to come in, clear mid-map for him, or hope to.
Yeah, help them break.
We'll see if this will lead to another break. Waiting for the streak to hit. It's going to take out 2, and well, it sure as hell will lead to a break. That's a team kill. Unfortunately, you saw the nade coming over the top. Metals taking trophies, taking team nades, taking it all, gobbling it up.
Not having the most fun map, is he?
Well, I mean,
he's playing well.
From a slang standpoint, yeah, he certainly is. From a teammate utility standpoint,
not
maybe
so much.
not.
Hey guys, quit hitting me with this. This battle throughout middle of the map continues to move on. Rentor's been alive up here, feels like forever, just locking down this side of the map. But while this is happening behind that Hellstorm, now you have a 30-point lead again if you are Gentlemates. They've just been soaked in this hill.
And now if you get a couple kills, you're going to push forward and flip. If they can win a couple of these gunfights. Weren't able to get forward and flip. There's one more safe spawn that came in for Miami. Ghosty, though, is just beaming. He's +10. Rancor trying to hold the line. I think Miami have done enough to hold for now. They still have them spawning out across mid-map, so here go Heretics, and well, similar to what we saw on the other side is Miami. That they spawn in the back. This time it's going to be Paris.
Yeah, you get that back hut spawn. You don't block that. Nobody's back stairs, and now you're going to have this split. I was literally about to say, finally you deal with this front push that Paris have been throwing at every P2 and P4. Unfortunately, after that, you invest so much, you don't block the back spawns, they make you pay.
Another break from Paris, sometimes hard-earned, sometimes blessed. The fact is, They're getting in. Can't close it out here, but up 50. Next hard point upcoming could be a game-winning one. There's a one-on-one there early on. Who's going to win it is Envoy with a big win. Started out incredibly slow, has played about even after that, 3-16 start or whatever it was.
Only thing is, yeah, he's the only one here for a little bit. Off spawn is the rest of his teammates, but Neptune now on the hill. You'd see Super, he's going to try to go all the way through and pinch this the way Envoy did last time. Well, this might get red because you just do not have the numbers. Rentor trying to do what he can, and it's just like, all right, where is Super? Somebody turn around. He is able to find a kill. May not matter, though.
May not matter at all. 10 more needed for the dub. Paris looking to close out the map 1. Heretics battling enough to hopefully extend this. At least got to contest this. Super with a lovely double to shut things down. Sib, that's a big stun to stop him from getting a kill. All the kills going the way of Heretics. Perfect bait and switching there to try and extend this. They'll get over 200 with this. The problem is with Paris only needing 7, you can go ahead and heavily rotate this. Just keep somebody to try and cut the transition players off of old.
What a read.
Oh, that is a massive kill from Envoy. He won the one-on-one at the last hard point too.
And then they all spawn on him, right? Because honestly, you were doing both. Were you rotating? Were you going to try to break? It was only Envoy on the rotation. He wins that gunfight, gives you spawns. Not having the best map, but he is the guy that helps you close out map number 1. This time, though, it is Ghosty who goes off. 2 minutes in the hill, 33 kills. That is what makes them so dangerous. Everyone go off.
Honestly, I was worried there was something with Envoy's setup after that start, just because he was so good in the last series. He was 3-16. He turns it around, and he gets the entry at P3. He gets the entry there, pick, reading a corner on P4. Everything late, and yeah, a big part of their turnaround is he got it going. But yes, the other guys were gargantuan.
Yeah, it's just tough for Miami because they know kind of what you said, they can hit scraps, so you only send metals on that rotation. Everyone else is still middle of the map at the P3, watching mid-cut, and well, they win that. The problem is they don't win the other side. Yeah, metals wins that gunfight, has the spawns. Maybe this gets interesting.
Well, look at the stats there as Ghosty has a big one. I mean, damage-wise, pretty well rounded. Envoy, yeah, in stats department, it looks like he struggled because he did start so slow. But he had the big plays late. What are you seeing on the Heretic side?
I mean, honestly, it's a pretty well-rounded game. Just some mistakes, some breaks that they allowed to come in. Even had that spawn kind of behind them at the P2 a couple of times.
I mean, there were about 4 times we were talking about spawns. It was like, oh, God.
Yeah, this reminds me of Vault, dude. This P2 is going to haunt me forever.
No, 100%. But let's take a look at some of the highlights before we get into the search and destroy. A thrilling map 1.
I mean, Paris just continue to found brace through the front. I mean, you've had like this 30-point lead a couple of times if you were Miami Heretics. We got up to 40. Envoy had this slow start, but you continue to fight. Some big breaks on a Ghosty. Just felt like they did enough to keep themselves in this game and then took advantage of some key moments at P2. That gave them that lead. And then it's big old Envoy is able to close out the map.
As you said, incredible read to pick the corner up, seal it here. Paris continue to roll on. They dropped the map 1 in the play-in. They bounced back with an answer in Colossus Search and Destroy. I mean, that for me has probably been the single biggest thing. Yes, can the hardpoint, I don't think it's realistic for the hardpoint to get back to what it was. They were lights out. But at least improve that, and then, but it's the search though. The search, if they can get to 50-50 or better,
50, yeah.
They might need better right now with the hardpoint play, but
it's like we're saying that, but still winning them.
Yeah, no, yeah.
They are winning them, yeah.
Yeah, I guess they just dropped that map 1, right, to Carolina, but now to Scar. We saw their search and destroy went on Colossus. We'll see if they can get it done here, and then a ton of exposure. And if you watch the previous series for the play-in match, the overload exposure for Paris was incredible, at least in the second half. It was pretty close, and then they took over.
They
so
put up 8 on their forehead.
Yes, we know they can be so good. Got a chance to do it here against Miami. So for Miami, yeah, you definitely need a search win. That's where we thought the advantage was going to be.
And this is like, again, why they were so tough to beat last year. They would go down 0-1 at times, and they'd just be able to take you the distance in series. They relied on their search and destroy. This Scar, it's been a weak point for Paris. So yes, they won major 1 here, but the last like 60 days or so has not been great whatsoever. Where on the other side, Super can go crazy here.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun matchup. Just like Sib is a fantastic sniper. His highs or like peaks probably hit what Super does. Super's just like consistently been that. I mean, he has been final. There have been very few off maps for him when it comes to sniping. Not that that's going to be the only combo, but I mean, just about every map a sniper has the option to take over, and it can certainly happen here on Scar. But per usual, we'll probably be talking about mid-map and Motel for the most part.
Yeah, so 2-5 last 60 days for Gentlemates, and then 2-0 for Heretics. So a lot of teams like opting not to play them on this map. But Paris are like, we won Major 1 here. We got a ton of reps here. Let's just make some small adjustments, put this back in make it our map.
All right, map 2. Eyes are going to be on Super. With what he's been able to do with the snipe, and well, he might have ripped off an ear. Couldn't quite hit the shot, but damn, it was close. Him and Sib, I think, square up quickly.
I mean, this is a nice read, honestly, from both teams, but Miami are here for this. They're ready for a push through towards B side. Now it's a patience game, and well, patience so far going the way of Paris Gentlemates.
Oh, the fact he gets 2 there. And, well, Sib wins your first sniper duel. Metal's last guy to deal with. In trouble and dropped. Paris on the board. And while Sib can continue to win that snipe duel, they'll be in a good spot. And, well, you can't let Neptune get the second kill there. And great, it's some great movement, a little bounce off the tank. But
well, it looked like they were like backing up, like ready to go A side, and then that first snipe comes in, and you kind of saw everybody else was readjusting, just trying to rotate towards the A bomb side. But you had no pressure over there, so all of Paris were here. Great round 1 from them.
Super's my guy. Look at that. Look, it's a perfect shot. That's how I sit when I game. I love it.
Yeah,
play deep, bro.
Yeah.
Play deep. That's why I got a beamer. They've compared our sniper rifles, Joe.
Is that like in an article? Or?
Dude, you remember me. 6 shots of vodka, give me the op and CS. I didn't miss, bro.
We do not, I don't know if that's the way he'll.
Ow! Hit marker. Dude, he got stunned right as he chowed to, nearly hit it. Don't do that at home, kids.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Can mimic your distance.
Hey, dude, 7 years sober. I don't mess that stuff anymore. This time it's Super that's going to get the blood. Sib got the sniper in the last one, so as much as we talked about the snipers and their impact, it is the impact they're having early on. After losing a player, kind of have to back it up. A chance for Sib to connect, but can't hit the shot. He likes to get a little over-aggressive sometimes inside of Deli with a snipe. This time he's going to get caught.
Well, and that's what he was doing at Major 1. Really all year. It's just sort of like, all right, we're down a man. I'll be the one. Even when we're not down a man, you just catch people off guard. Sort of you're past the 50-yard line with a sniper.
He had a chance to hit a shot.
Yeah,
he just missed it. Yeah.
Those are the chances he's looking for to open up the map, open up something. Doesn't happen.
Well, that's, I think, as much as we've talked about the impact with like first bloods with snipes, yeah, it's been amazing, but I think it is more that. The pressure when you're down into a 3v4 to even the odds of the pick.
Yeah, open things up. Give your team a chance.
I mean, that kill, that snipe's just as impactful as the first blood most of the time when you're able to find it. Put some pressure on Sib to hit it, not able to do it. Super, he'll find the opener in that round. Had a chance to find the first blood in their round 1 offense. Gonna go to it again. He's gonna get hit markered.
I didn't even see the glint. Didn't even see the glint there from Sib. So the angle battles
it sounds like
happen.
Warzone nightmares all over again.
But no first blood comes through. This time showing a bit of more of an A look, and again, snipers right up through mid, but Super has to back away.
Once again, they're taking a route to get aggressive on the other side. It was, I think, Neptune in the first round.
They're taking 2 routes. They both lost.
Yeah, this time it's Envoy topside. He's going to get caught and shut down. Ghosty trying to wiggle away, 11 HP and dropped. Back-to-back rounds now for Miami.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what Neptune, maybe he's just trying to catch a timing. Like, all right, they have deli control. Can I get out towards top hotel? Maybe he doesn't expect Metals to be holding that angle. But it's also to allow info for Envoy so he can push on his side. But you had a player watching that.
Sometimes it's tough because we're watching a certain POV. I assume like a stun or an aid missed and they don't think someone's there.
Yeah.
When you're taking that risk, like to push on hotel side, because I think we've seen that like 04, I've seen do it several times. The players like try to push up there and just, it's the easiest kill.
Yeah, just
my thoughts always did a stun miss, I guess.
Yes, for the information.
Yeah. I could be wrong, but
no,
that's what I'm assuming.
We don't hear the comms. Because it seems crazy to just push that.
No, it looks insane, but that's why I think, I imagine a stun has to miss. Or it's just a gamble. Metals, he's got to get one spot. He gets one and gets out with his life. I thought he was going to get traded, but the help was there. Now, another situation where his pressure to Sib to maybe hit a flick. Well, now all the pressure to Sib, and he is in trouble. He is dropped.
Not hitting.
Miami starting to steamroll.
Yeah, not hitting flicks. But what won them round number one was kind of the info Envoy and Neptune found. Since then, they have been shut down. We saw a last defensive round, then to open up here, you're going B. And you know where Metals is. You just got to win the gunfight. Envoy does not. Neptune gets picked right after, so those two guys, see if they can turn it around. A little more early round success from them.
And Rancor looking to be shot caller.
Yeah, him and Super are always chatting.
Yeah, Rancor was ranting there, but yeah, him and Super, I think, is their shot caller in Surge, but Rancor was very vocal after that round. Well, he's on 4 straight, and Metals is on 5. Metals had a solid map, one defensive loss. Someone just caught a fastball with an 8 there. That's a lot of damage in, so they're hoping they can at least get 1 or 2 of those kills. Looks like they'll get 1. Somebody else was tagged up, but Super takes some damage and not able to finish it up. Numbers the Paris after the skirmish. Hold up.
Yeah, this is what they do sometimes. I mean, Josie and Sim are so separated, and that is not good.
He just walked right over his gun.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, his gun was blocking the view.
Oh, no.
They just get a little too overactive. May not matter.
Josie trying to clutch in the 1 versus 2. You said they were too overactive, so he just got on his belly. As him and Super will have an extended duel here. 30 seconds on the clock. Super has bomb in hand.
Who's going to be more patient?
Yeah, no, 100%.
And this is so hard to predict this, because Yoshi's going to check A, and now if he wraps through mid-cut,
he spotted him.
Should have spotted him. It's a quick rotation now. Might be able to catch him on this bomb, but Josie is just going to play the 50-50.
It's like, do you want to get caught and just ripped off the heady? It's a gamble. He said 50-50. Ghosty has clutched from these spots before. Remember back to the Major 1 final, round 10, game 7. Into the 1v1. Different scenario. But can Ghosty come out on top again? It's a much needed round. This will put them down 1-4 if he can't walk away with it. Hit some damage, worried about the heady. A little wall bounce, but can't finish it. Super gets the cover. Super puts him down, 4-1 advantage.
Great patience out of Super in the positioning. Just takes his time. Doesn't oversnake it. Just throws a little pop-up. Just one. Stays a little patient. Might have been a second one in there. I don't know.
I think it looked all right.
Yeah, it looked all right.
You get 2 pump, right? Did 1 pump?
I think it's 1. But either way, yeah, the 1v1 goes your way, but you had man advantage, and then you just weren't together. Somebody hits one lane.
Neptune Deli, right?
Yeah, Neptune just goes Deli side. Not playing as a unit. These are the mistakes they were making online.
Well, listen, they've been all about the team effort. I believe a nade missed.
Or Envoy hit it, because there's a lot of number 5s.
Oh, that's what it was. I didn't even realize the numbers were messed up.
Me neither.
Wait, so I probably called a million things wrong for players, haven't I?
I don't think so.
Sometimes it gets a little goofy.
Did it just recently mess up? Who knows?
Rancor by himself now. Well, sometimes it's like that's the only thing you can actually trust is the name bottom right. Everything else is a lie in the kill feed. I don't know if that's the case. I guess we'll have to. I thought it was accurate because the snipes were registering accurate, so it never crossed my mind. Usually when it's screwed up, it's very obvious. Like I'll say something, but that's not right. But I haven't really noticed it. But I think you're right. Might have been Envoy nade. Beautiful shots, just laced.
Yeah, that is Envoy. So the invisible man is him.
I didn't notice that until just now, though.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Lord God Almighty. 1 versus 1. Neptune spotted. If anyone's going to beam me off the heady, it might be Rancor. He's going to go. 12 seconds to go. Just didn't spot him. Ooh, nearly wins that. I don't know if he had time to get back anyway after that. Much needed round for Paris, but they still nearly slopped that one away.
Close one. Very close call. Hell of an effort there. No, this is not Envoy. This is Neptune. Stalemate's fans start to chant his name. She closes out, yeah, almost a 1 versus 3.
I don't know.
1 versus 3 there for Rentor. Hell of an effort.
I'll tell you what, I hear the crowd way louder on Bravo than I did on Alpha with my headset. Great. Right? I gotta hear their chants.
Well, I don't know how
fine.
many cheers there were when Paris was winning. That's probably also the point.
No, I think it's probably a crowd mic thing. Yeah. Too. It's a lot different with the your mic in the whole arena. Super giving out free haircuts. They're focused on him and Metals, able to get the first blood as he peaks top. 4v3 advantage.
Wait, see the scoreboard fixed itself, dude. We are.
Oh yeah, so it was just okay. So what's just that round? Maybe it's one of the POVs.
Yeah, it might be.
Okay. So whoever's view we were on, do not show that again. We're not faded. Oh, snap-a-doodle-doo. Super's gotcha. Envoy 1v2 now. Yeah, I was gonna say it's usually so obvious when it's broken. That explains it. Let's stay with this POV. Rancor and Super playing together. Envoy was so clutch at the end of that map 1.
I mean, you're playing against the clock here as well as Envoy. But your patience,
nice
I was to say, has paid off, but Super goes for the shot. And we just saw a 1v3 potential for Rentor. Now you have it here for Envoy. Rentor is going to hunt him down.
Oh!
But it's a clutch for Envoy.
Envoy is doing it all. Pure filth. In the opening series in the play-in, a bounce back and clutch in the map 1 of the round 1. And now a little 1v3 ice, and that might just change this map too.
Yeah, and I think this is kind of what we're talking about with like some teams overthinking some scenarios. You're seeing some glimpses of that. You don't want to plant this bomb. You don't want to get caught. But then Super overpiece the chow, ends up getting beamed. You leave your teammate in a 1 versus 1. Not what you want.
Why is Dylan Envoy looking like he's Rancor right now?
Guy's beaming.
Absolutely beaming. 3-4 now the round count. Neptune at least stunned up in Delhi, but just chilling here for a moment. Looks for the angle. Sib wins it. Or sorry, Super wins it. Sib is gone. Another first blood for Super. Neptune picks up the snipe, and he'll hit the headshot.
I say, Super was just standing his ground. He's like, you guys aren't hitting me. Does not expect that second player to have a sniper. But it may not matter. Envoy, he crawls all the way. That's bomb down in not a great spot.
Drakes is in trouble though, 2 HP.
Yeah, he needs Metals to get here, or does he just have a knife? It is a knife to the throat of Neptune.
Neptune has got to be pissed. He had him dead to rights. Ghosty though, another opportunity to clutch. It was just an Envoy 1v3. Now Ghosty's chance to pull up the 1v3. Just Rancor and Metals left to deal with. Problem is going to be time. Bomb down in a precarious position due to the death of Envoy as he got aggressive.
I think they are going to know it's here. His Metals is watching this cross, unless that's just their setup. There you can see. You had a shoulder on one side. Metals just lurking in the middle of the map. Bomb down. Joe tried to retrieve that. Good luck.
Yeah, and that's one. I mean, Envoy's probably feeling it after that 1v3 clutch. He wins that gunfight against Rancor, and that goes very differently. He had a chance to win it, too. Just got beamed.
He's just hoping that I catch him off guard. They're not going to expect me here. Super just died. But not a lot of bomb plants throughout this map.
How many have there been?
I don't know.
Have there been any? Has there been a bomb plant? I didn't even think about it until you said that. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Maybe one.
Yeah.
Normally, all we see is plants on this map.
Another first blood for Heretics. Going to be the nade combo. Metals. He'll get the kill. He's up to 9-4. Leading the way here in the search. With Paris, with search, has always been the talk of crazy plays and miracles to come back in search. They're going to need another one here. Woo. Super not wanting to overstay his welcome. He's got cover topside, wants to set himself up for a pick. Paris not giving anything for now.
Yeah, I said just not giving him anything at all. Well, the push is really through Delhi, and Rentor's going to find Neptune. Metals find Sib. Metals up to double digits. Ghosty's been in a couple of clutch situations. Here's another one. Heretics tie up the series. They are fired up. They didn't know how big that was.
No, that's big too, because I thought, after Envoy's clutch, that could be the turning moment. They didn't win another round. Paris did not win another round, so Heretics brush off one. We've seen teams crumble after getting kind of boxed up like that. They don't let that happen. They take the search and destroy. So they're going to be heavily favored in this matchup. Great job in the first blood department. Some nice opening picks from Super as well, as we'll check out the stats. But medals, I mean, in fact, he's putting up double digits for you in search as well. Terrific stuff. But yeah, and he had 4 bloods.
Wow.
So it was the 2 snipes we talked about from Super. I didn't realize medals had 4.
I didn't either. But he had a stellar map #1. So this is dangerous now for Paris Gentlemates. But their kind of woes continue in search outside of like Colossus. Just feels like they aren't on the same page. Their strats, what they want to go to, they just aren't working.
Well, now we're going to find out in the overload. Like you were kind of like, maybe why'd you go to exposure overload in the play-in series against Carolina?
We saw why.
We saw why, yeah. A really dominant effort. But it's like there were stretches where Carolina could have punished them, where they could have maybe built out to a bigger lead. They just weren't able to do so. But it felt like once things started to click for this side of Gentlemates, they were absolutely sensational. What was it? They outscored them like 7-1 or something.
Yeah, and you just had everybody kind of go off. Like you had Neptune with the 4-piece. You had Envoy start to make these crazy plays. So it just felt like that was a map that Carolina could never really just slow it down.
Yeah.
They can never get control of their base. We'll see if Heretics does better.
All right. Tied up 1-1. Series going to continue on in just a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere. Map 3 after the break.
Cup 7 returns to the Esports World Cup in Riyadh this summer. Scan the QR code to be notified when tickets go live later this month. Start the season strong with the 2026 Call of Duty League Pack. Grab yourself the CDL operator by scanning the QR code on screen or check it out in the Call of Duty store in-game now. Scuff, official controller of the CDL.
Spawn still good for the Thieves. Now through the front we go, and it's 3 clean in the feed for LA.
Yeah, and it's Diem good for 4 in his Hydra that makes the heads-up play, hiding in the back, handling the spawn. Final 30 seconds, if LA is able to get all this time, and it looks like they will, it is going to be close to a tied-up game. Thieves, they have awoken.
It's another clean feed for the LA Thieves. 5-2-2-4 sprees all across the board. When was the last time somebody on FaZe got a kill?
How many Hellstorms are they about to get as well? This might be the collection service. Here comes the first.
Number 1, Neum steps up to the back. Lets them fly, connects on 2.
0-4 falls. This is the first time all game LA Thieves have won the rotation. 2p3, it is now theirs.
The comeback is on. We're a matter of seconds away now from the lead change. I don't believe I'm saying it. Hydra finds one man through mid now. FaZe on the late break. A busy down. It's all on the Neum. Oh, shit the pick.
Strikes right back. 32 kills, a minute and a half into time. And LA Thieves again spawning on the left side of that. So far away, cheeky spots are good enough to do a little dance battle towards the new time. This is the collection service though. Hellstorm number 2.
Number 2. Oh my God! And Abuza's just gone on a terrible blunder. Hard point. Thieves trying to get a break. Might not happen here. Amizi now fighting. Draza still alive on the inside of Tin. Why couldn't no one kill him?
Last time these two teams played, it came down to a final P4 where LA Thieves dropped the ball. Well, how the tides turn. Now they have won the rotation. The game is under their control.
Got one last stronghold here on Dead. A scrap with the intel passed over. Players all over the map. It's such a spread. But technically, Thieves are winning the rotation.
That's good damage, but Simp is still alive, waiting for the teammates. Look at the credit corner out of Hydra. Red Ing gunned down by 0-4.
Unbelievable. Here come FaZe. Neum plays it smart. Plays it sensibly. Abuza. He's down as well. Lead change, LA.
You don't have the back spawns though. FaZe, they're going to be quick on the rehit.
Oh, here we go. Hydra tags one up. The next man now waiting, but time ticking against FaZe. They have to find the entry kills. Over the scrap. Gets it. 10 for the win. Sit down. And LA might have done it. throws and drives now to the rooftops, and I don't believe what a comeback!
I'm back.
Welcome
I
back.
was running, dude. I was running. Did I make? Oh my God.
Did
My
you-
cable's all torn up.
Yeah, I think you might have hit some out here.
That's fine.
We'll fix this.
Yeah, that's cool.
We're
I
good.
went for a light yog.
We're
I
good.
made it back in time. Honestly, I would have been on time, but I was fist bumping medals, Envoy, saying good series.
Oh, you're just a
Let them
great team
know.
player.
Yeah, no, that's what they call
Yep.
me. Yes. And then I was trying to clean this stuff off the top of my head. The headset's peeling on my head. I've got like a new tattoo on my head.
Oh,
Yeah, you know.
like Avatar the Airbender.
Yes, absolutely. Just like
Dang.
that, except I have no powers whatsoever. Okay. Series should be ready to go in a second. I just saw players like walking back to setup, so it might be a second before we get into the map 3, but we just saw this from Paris. The other map we saw in the previous series was that map 1, Den. They're able to walk away with the win there. We'll see if they can do it here on Exposure as well.
Yeah, you got 3 exposures in a row, but yeah, massive map win there in that game number 2. This is what we talked about, sort of the strength for Miami coming back was their search and destroy. They looked unbelievable right there, but you needed that. You know Paris is coming off a match win. They win map number 1. Momentum is flowing. You saw how fired up those guys were. You're back to all square.
Nearly let some clutches get under your skin, but you avoid that. We look at our overall best of 5 and how this is going to continue to play out. On the other side, on Alpha, FaZe got smacked 6-1 in the map 2,
Yeah.
too. So that, after collapsing in that map 1, things not going well for them there. Thieves close to moving on, and we'll see who continues on from this best of 5. Exposure, exposure, exposure to wrap things up. And you're gonna see if Heretics can slow down what Neptune was able to do in the play-in on this map and mode combination. He was electric once he was able to get kind of into the P3 spot and finesse. That'll be the conversation from this side. This is where they went off. This is where they dominated.
Yeah, see if they can do it again. Maybe put up a quick 4-piece. Or can Heretics have a better response? And, well, the breakoffs were not great for Paris versus Carolina. That is where Carolina, they won like the 2 first minutes of both halves. Similar story here. Throwing the nades back. Bounce pass.
No score through yet, but in a
Ghosty's
dangerous
holding on.
position. Ghosty trying to do it all by himself, eventually leads to a score. Yeah, that's what a 4-0 kill difference will do on a breakoff.
Yeah, you die off spawn. The only player who's able to get a kill was Ghosty. You still have Rencor push up. Tank control behind Trakes' double is going to be yours. You're going to have EMP. Start to run it for score number 2. But a couple of players to deal with. You don't want to rotate this out. They're saying, nah, screw that. A car blows up and all hell is broken loose.
You are not wrong, Joe. Trakes has nearly every single kill.
Wow, he's 8-1. Okay.
Yeah, no, he's been pretty good to start things off, but now your first real chance to get forward. Paris looking to put this through. First player not able to score. Defense still holding for now. A 2-on-2 skirmish will go down. Ghosty, maybe the difference-making kill, and that'll be the answer. Tied up 1-1. We head bottom side of the map.
They've had great answers. I just think Paris might just have to work on their breakoffs on this map because, yeah, they've been getting smoked there, but outside of that, they have looked fantastic. You're trying to fight back. That will be a 3-dead scenario. Envoy's the last guy up protecting the A side. But Trakes, who is just on an absolute heater right now, continues. Everywhere he looks, there is another player making them one-shot follow that guy. He is the lead block.
And that'll be a second score through as Super continues to line them up. Answering offense with offense. We get back to mid-map with EMP spawn. Envoy a chance to maybe catch some people out mid-map. He does find one before he's traded. Now, same can be said for Ranker as he tries to hit it up the gut. Might not be much there for him as Super is able to line up 2 of them.
I think Super was able to earn a Hellstorm too on that last score.
The kills are hysterical.
It's a lot. Well, it's 2 players versus everybody else.
Yeah, that's kind of what it seems like, right?
I mean, and Super's just had a couple of streaks. The headshots were going. Now you're attacking this, but you're all by your loans. So maybe just trying to catch a timing, trying to hit the slide, but Metals does get caught.
Trakes is going to get stopped as well. EMP trying to get wrapped topside by Paris. Neptune's going to get shut down bottom side of the map, so he won't be able to make any kind of pinch play. EMP carrier kind of left alone. That'll be Sib that's going to try and back it up for now. Wait for his teammates to come off spawn and reinforce this.
Reminds me a lot of the last match versus Carolina, where you're like, man, this is looking so good for Carolina, but Paris do enough to stay in the map, only keep it like a 1-score, maybe 2-score game. But now you're just controlling the EMP, you're running around, just getting pistol kills if you're Sib.
He's on a little 4 spree too. He's not that far off the streak, but that's going to be tough with EMP in hand. You set up super for 2, and now EMP's still in a dangerous position. The flank from Metals could really seal this.
Yeah, he's just trying to
really
wait for him.
be needed. Now he's able to turn around, try to fight on the other side of it, set up your team for a score, up over the top and through. Paris danced for a while, but the dance comes to an end, and now you're pinned in.
And we've seen that, right? Especially throughout stage 2, just trying to control EMP. But if you get caught, it is an instant score, and now might be another one. Big kill there from Yoshi to slow things down. But you're going to have EMP just cross the map. Now you're going to have to rotate. If you're gentlemates, do you get those kills? They are.
Maybe slow it down for a moment. Super. Him and Trakes are 16 and 7.
Oh my, he just gets inside the crate. He just dodges the Hellstorm. He does get taken down, but can the rest of the Heretics players go? The crate position so important when a Hellstorm is called in. So they send EMP there. I thought that was gonna be really cool and nothing happened.
Nope. Almost.
Yeah, looks
but no
sweet.
cigar. Paris needs some scores, or he'd love to get one back at least before the half. Good opportunity to do it here.
You're only down 1.
Oh, you take that all day. Ah!
I think they're gonna take it, yeah.
Here we go, flushed on through. Last gap is the EMP carrier. You're within 1, and where you've been dominated at times, you do enough to keep it close. And this is the half, though, that they were so good in the play-in match. So maybe you hope you have the advantage, but whatever, you're still in the fight.
Yeah, Dosti, he is going off just on a 7 spree, puts that score in, so he's got a Hellstorm. But only down 1. Trying to take it into overtime, not gonna happen.
And it's kind of similar to,
yeah, no, it really
different
is.
sides, but Carolina struck quickly against Paris, went up 2-0 really fast, and yeah, Paris just kept it close, kept it within like 1 going to the half. Pretty much the exact same thing happens here. Just will they be able to be as dominant as they were in the second half?
Yeah, now she gets Lane going, because that is the big discussion right now, or sort of difference in this map, is the slaying. Like, Dosi is playing well, but the other 3 have yet to find really any openings.
All right, second half underway. Super and Drakes. We're lighting it up. Heretics dominated the breakoff last time, went 4 for 0 and turned it into an instant score. This time it looks like Paris doing a heck of a lot better. Nice stun though, connects on 2 players. Slows down those numbers. Heretics doing a better job, even though they lost a couple of the opening of it, just playing safe.
Yeah, it's at least
keep the fight here.
They're not at least going 4 dead into an instant score or 2. Off the breakoff, so now you have map control. Envoy's got the sub in hand. He's trying to go, and Miami thinks this is going to go A side, but you're actually wrapping this, and with Envoy all the way pushed up, a scoring opportunity, you have a chance. The problem is, though, they already crossed. He was hoping to be in that spot, and you'd see, as soon as we switched POVs,
hold up,
they were there. Sib, almost the hero play.
Yeah, I was like, is Sib going to beam everybody and turn this into a score? Counter opportunity, well, not really counter, but chance to turn the great defensive stand into something.
They actually spawned pretty far up. You can go if you are Heretics.
Well, you turn around for a second, your EMP carrier gets cut down. That'll delay things at least for a moment. Drake's kind of caught in between 2 players, but I said Ghosty is still there mid.
Yeah, he's the key, right?
He's like, let me get forward, let me get forward.
Well, he just turns every arrow. Like, those sort of second guessing that you saw was due to him finding kills in the spot that he was in. So he stops that push. And now Envoy's trying to get loose.
Yeah, hell of a play by Ghosty. Here comes the Hellstorm now from Ghosty. Down 1, 3 to play. Streaking over the top, will it lead to a score?
Everybody's going to be inside of P4.
Oh, well, you get one. Unfortunately, Top Solar not going to be safe from the streak, and Neptune will drop, and that'll break things up.
And I wonder, I don't know exactly where you put that, but I wonder if he puts that on top of the car, if that's the reason why. Where if he puts that on the ground, if that doesn't hit his teammate, top solar. But
I thought it hit the ground, but maybe it didn't.
Yeah, if it hits that car, maybe
Yeah.
it just doesn't feel like that should have hit him.
Yeah, no, they obviously didn't think it was going to. The streak won't turn into anything. Ball back out to mid-map. Still a healthy chunk of time here. But where the second half of the play-in was very high scoring here, we've got nothing to show in the second half.
Really just stalemate in the middle of the map. Rentor, he was able to find a 5 screen. I think that's the reason why. You've had like a couple of ARs just take turns making plays. Whether it was Ghosty, now it is Rentor. Whole team's battling for EMP control. Potential for 3 or 4 dead, but Trakes and Super fight back. Oh, Sib's all the way.
Yeah, Sib, what can Sib find?
Might find nothing.
If he's just going to end up out of the play, they might be in trouble here.
Yeah, you aren't wrong. If they can get it to Super. Oh, he didn't see that player. Oh, that player gets. I think if Super sees him, they go. He's still on it.
All right, here he comes. Now he's tracking back.
You see them looking around. Like, they're going to check this sooner or later. Well, Rentor did check it and gives it up. You have to know Sib is lost.
No, they're probably so confused. Like, where the hell is Sib? He's somehow still alive, out of ammo.
Now he's going to get his chance.
Reload in. Now's his opportunity. He's like, all right, let's get back to work on the offensive end of it. Sib will get shut down. EMP still getting forward. Chance of a tying score here. Defense good enough thus far. Defense will hold. No tying score through yet in a circus of a sequence.
Yeah, weird scenario there for both of our teams. And now do you get to part the bus? No, Miami to push on forward. Trakes was up towards Plat. Envoy's pinching this, so he's got to be careful. But it looks like with this angle, should be able to put some shots in. Does just that damage all over the place, but no kills. Not looking great.
I think he needed his teammate to get one for him. Get one for him, probably sets up a freebie. 50 seconds to go now as Heretics wrap this back out mid-map, playing a little bit of keep away.
Is he going to go all the way back? They don't want maybe not want to play that game.
You got to be careful here. I'll say you lose a couple of gunfights, you were in a dangerous spot, but they're winning the gunfights. Post up in some power positions. They find all the kills, now 30 to play. Just got to be careful here. I got to be careful, that's everybody dead. Now a chance for Gentlemates.
Yeah, you have time to come off spawn though. You're going to spawn safe. Just what do Gentlemates want to set up? Looks like they want to try to rotate this, so it's kind of a 2-2 split across the board. Rentor is close here, just doesn't want to overchallenge. You actually read this if you're Sib. Hell of a read. He's going to wrap it back to him.
Here we go.
I think you got to wait for Neptune, though. Neptune has to get involved. I lied. Sib is beaming into overtime, though. This is going to slow down. Ball's going to be topside. Do Miami want to play off of that?
Here we go, 4 versus 4. No respawns remaining.
Everyone's here.
We're all grouped up, and it's about to be a bloodbath. Neptune tries to set up Envoy. He's going to get shut down. His teammates find 2, though. Now down to a 2 versus 2. Trakes drops, all on Super. 1 versus 2. Snaps.
It's going to go. It's over. It's over. He's gone.
Just going to run away with this ghost. He's going to go. It is done. Paris. Get a late second half score and then clutch it up in OT. It was some magic that led to the major 1 win. They're finding some magic now, 2-0 on exposure overload to start this weekend. This one not quite as clean as the last.
No, I mean, second half was all about the defensive plays, really from both teams, but then that final minute gets crazy. You get a 4 dead with 25 seconds left. Everybody comes off spawn on the Miami side, and you saw the sort of the spread. You weren't really sure where that EMP was going to go, but as soon as Sib checks that corner, I mean, a hell of a play for him to check that. Just Rentor doesn't want to get caught. He checks that, he guns too, and you just follow Sib in, and then we go to OT.
And Rentor's probably thinking he's going to win that gunfight most of the time, but doesn't happen there. Sib puts him down. And then when Envoy kind of slid out in that 4v4, I thought they were in trouble, but like, it turned 2 heads and it led to multiple kills. He was kind of the bait. Slid on in, gets dropped. Well, let's look through some of the highlights before we get there.
And I think like Miami in the OT, it felt like they kind of just wanted to go and play for the EMP. Like they were like, yo, there's 2 in our spawn. Like let's just try to take EMP and fly forward towards B. But they didn't get to the spots that they wanted. And then they slowed down, and then everybody was within 20 yards of each other.
Yeah. I thought Neptune was going to get caught early on, but he was able to stay up and then just insanity ensues. But yeah, I mean, it was pretty high scoring early on, and then it just completely shut down. All about the defensive stands and possession, like you said. Here's going to be that pick by Sib.
And he wins the next one. I thought they had to wait for Neptune.
Well,
Neptune is up top.
And the fact you got damage in there, like that's not a guarantee.
Yeah, because Ghosty's able to find that kill. Then overtime, skirmishes play out, then it's a 1 versus 2, and Ghosty's just saying, yo, Neptune, slide to the tank. I'm going to take this EMP. I'm gone.
These guys aren't fired up at all. That was an insane one. I thought they'd be amped up. I don't think I've ever seen Sib really get fired up, though.
Straight to business.
Straight to business in an epic 4-3 win there. Both the respawns so far go to Paris. But yeah, you know the edge in S&D goes to Heretics, but can they get to them at 5? They're going to have to win a respawn. They're going to need to do it on exposure hardpoint. Possibly map 4.
Yeah, I mean, exposure hardpoint, we also saw from Paris in the first series. We keep talking about it. First set was awesome. We're like, uh-oh, Paris hardpoint's back. They out-rotated, had some big breaks.
They went up like, what, 80, something like that ballpark?
Yeah, could have been a lot worse for Carolina, and then they got smoked. I mean, Carolina just put them in the blender.
Yeah, no, I forget. I think I said it was like 210 to 40 or somewhere in that ballpark. Carolina turned it on and never looked back. So yeah, at least, I mean, that's what's kind of crazy here. I guess I'm surprised that Paris got as many of the maps as they just played. I guess that's one thing I'd try to think about if I was team playing on next league. Maybe not give them the same maps, but it boils down to what Heretics want to play too.
Yeah,
so.
just vetoes and sort of comfort. You're going to try to play as many AR maps as possible, and exposure is one of those for Ranked and Super.
But the fact that you have the same overload and the same hard points.
Like, the W. There's
I
momentum off
that. Yeah, no, 100%. But you did lose it in the first series despite the strong start. They lose it here. We're going 5. They win it. Well, they're moving on to the second round. And I think everybody thought, sure, I mean, Paris won major run. If they get back to even close to what they were doing, it's a team that can make a run to a top 6, top 4, despite the fact they're starting at play-in. You catch fire, though, who the hell knows what the limit is for this team? Because I don't think, we don't think anyone else is, really untouchable outside of Optic.
We
they
all
can beat everybody else.
Optic in the final. I think after that, your guess is as good as mine. And if you
did the Alpha series end? Do we know what that ended up being?
I have no idea.
I'm checking.
I think it was 2-0.
It was 2-0. All right, looks like it's
now.
in game 4 now. Okay. Map 4 about to load in. Exposure. We'll see if Paris can clean up some of their mistakes from the play in match versus Carolina here and close this out, or if Heretics can start to catch fire. Had their chances in that map 3, just didn't do quite enough. Honestly, came down to an insane Sib play at the end of that. Sib might have got 2 in the OT. I didn't watch back to 4v4. He might have got 2 in the OT, too.
Yeah, he might have.
Yeah. That guy was the finisher.
That's a nickname.
Yep. They call him the finisher.
Oh, looks like we're going to reset.
Not sure if they got sides wrong or what the deal may be, but
hello.
Okay, we come back to camera real quick, huh? We were sitting down and relaxing here on Bravo. Okay, well, I don't know what else you want to chat there before this kicks off. We were basically ready to go, and if it's just a side issue or what the deal was.
Probably, yeah. Probably just a little side issue or whatever, but we'll get that fixed and then we'll jump back into it. But honestly, I mean, you talked about FaZe down. I actually saw Abizi when we talked that map one. He was 1-15 and they won that map.
He started that slow.
1-15.
That's pretty impressive. That is pretty impressive. He turned it around. Now Heretics, they'll try to turn it around and get into round 2. Again, we're now into the double elimination part of this. We have a kind of standard 8-team bracket. So you lose this, you still have a chance to fight on.
But
the scary matches are done.
Yeah, you'll play later tonight. So 2 teams will be eliminated in our 4th slot. This is the second match of a 4-match day here on Bravo. Well, and Alpha. Up next, I think, is G2 Falcons here.
Yeah, so we're probably casting loser of this? Did we think we were casting loser of this and loser of FaZe Thieves?
That's what we think, but we don't know.
Okay, I just know we do the 4th slot. We're not sure if that'll be the case, but yeah. We'll see what the deal is. I imagine we'll just be loading back in a second here. And the players look to get locked and back in for this map 4. I feel like we've been casting for 500 straight hours, but it's not even really been that long.
I was just watching how Super holds his controller, too. It's like... He's got all
claw?
Yeah. No, not really.
Kind of, yeah. Claws,
like
claws.
double half claw. But he's got both his index and middle on bumpers.
Yeah, I guess I just always thought of that as like claw because you're pulling it down for your 4 buttons. I could never do that. That would give me arthritis or some kind of tendon pain. I tried. It felt so uncomfortable. I don't know how people do it. People that claw are freaks. They're like little crabs.
Yeah, it's me.
You're a freak and a crab.
I know.
Fist bumps out though. Looks like we're ready to restart this.
We didn't have cool scuff controllers back then.
Oh, that's true. You like had to, right? Well, I guess that's what I find so interesting, like clawing down with the scuff. Like I feel like you have options that are probably healthier for your hands, but what do I know?
My hands are healthy.
You still claw even with scuff?
Yeah.
Oh, you're just a freak then.
So
you say you're like 30 though, 32.
32?
Yeah. Just wait.
Okay. When does that hit?
You're not gonna be able to hold a spoon.
Like
I'm at to feed you cereal.
I'm not like the guy from Scary Movie. Like this is my strong.
That's gonna be you. That's gonna be
no,
you.
that's not how that works.
Yeah, no, that'll be you.
All right.
Or you'll be totally fine. I don't know. We'll see. All right, action back on. Sorry for the quick delay, but we stay on exposure. And, well, if Heretics win this map, we stay on exposure even longer.
We're in space.
We sure are. Just soaking up the sun rays to provide energy for
Project Hail Mary.
There you go. Nice opening break off here from Miami.
Yeah, no, Paris might really have to bring down that brace on this map.
Yeah, their break-offs, they might be drunk and then they sober up as the game goes on. I don't know. But I don't think they've won a single break-off on exposure or anything. But they usually fight back. We'll see what they can do at the tail end of this P1 with about 15 remaining.
Yeah, both teams just battling. It's just a question of who's going to rotate first. Sib's going to spawn up top Solar. He's going to have Trakes and Metals here. A nade lands right at Trace's feet. Sib puts a bullet into him. It looks like the first guy on the hill will be Metals, but Envoy is here. Neptune is here. Gentlemate's in a great spot.
See how much time they can turn this into. They got Sib finding picks mid-map, which will delay any kind of pinch chance for Heretics.
Neptune was so far pushed up. He just didn't find any kills.
Thankfully, Sib got you one that delays it for a moment, but now the pressure is here, and there's going to be the break. And that's where we talked about Neptune doing such a good job really on the din from that position. Now, those other spots, he gets one, totally different. He dies, that's a break.
And then split spawns come in, and you actually flip. So this is great for Heretics. Now you have P3 side. There's still time to fight for Paris Gentlemates with 20 seconds remaining and reflip that heading into, and that is going to be it. It's just Rentor all by himself.
We'll see if Rancor can do something nasty here. Going to be caught in between two in a second. They've cleared everything but his position, and well, now he's going to pounce. Able to get one, hasn't been traded out yet. Teammates chain together a second. Teammates finding everything. Rancor gets one, his teammates get the rest, and that goes about as beautifully as it can for Heretics.
Great transition from Miami just to recognize the scenario. Rentor's able to play his life, doesn't get caught. Buys enough time for his teammates to get there, and now you're starting to earn this P3 time. There is going to be some pressure about 20 seconds in, but you are going accidentally killing Sib. 5 in a row for Rentor, and you're flipping.
Yeah, keep the sub out, dude. You can do it with everything.
Guys melting.
The story of Paris' hardpoint, though, at least today, has been keep it close enough and then see if he can make a run late. Still certainly in this one, but they'll get the final 20 or so seconds. With that remaining time, Heretics going to be forced to go ahead and rotate. One is going to be spawned in the back. One should turn his head to deal with that. He does, but it looks like they're just going to wrap bottom side. That's Rancor that was the last one to spawn. He's just sprinting, trying to get there to help his team.
Yeah, not only do you get the break, I think Rentor was very close to a Hellstorm. I don't think he allowed that to jump through. And then Envoy's able to sneak back towards back trailer. He is just being annoying, being a nuisance, hoping this can turn into not a clean hold. And that's exactly what it is. But you have the close spawns. Rentor continues to fry. He's on 5 in a row. You deal with Sib.
Now let's get somebody to hard point, start turning this into time.
They don't have spawns?
Still a healthy amount here, but you're right, you do not have spawns, so 2 are going to pop for Paris in the back. And they're going to pounce right into the point. And now Heretics have got to do their job again.
Yeah, you just kept it, well, dirty enough. And then you had players like bottom spiral side. They're able to spawn on that side staircase. Flips the map there for Paris, and now they have a chance to take the lead.
They're finding ways to get breaks in all sorts of different types of ways.
They are.
Now it's Ghosty on a bit of a spree as he gets up to 5 in a row. Hop to him for a second. He's just going to squirrel his way away. Now to P5. Sib holding down one side of this. Ghosty pushing closer. Oh, never mind, he has it. So he's got the Hellstorm on 5, got it done with the objective work as well. His teammates find all the kills. He'll continue to soak. Lead change, Paris squad in front.
Yeah, and this is some of the cleaner hardpoint that we have seen throughout this map. It's a beautiful hold so far. Neptune was able to find Metals, who was going on that long route a couple lives ago. Maybe the one player who's gonna mess with this setup. Here comes the pressure though for Heretics with around 30 seconds left. You deal with the players around it, but on the hill, Ghosty continues to earn time. He was gonna find a double, but with 20 seconds left, there's a contest.
We'll see if Heretics, we're just about to tie this up with the remaining time. Rancor having himself a map so far. Metals, who's honestly been solid throughout this series, especially in map 1 and 2. 6-15 start. And he's got to get something going. But well, despite that, I mean, he had the lead until a minute ago.
When the hell did Ghosty get a Hellstorm? So Hellstorm on Ghosty.
He earned the five screen before when he was in the hardpoint zone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He earned it just a minute.
Oh, at P5?
Yeah, like we're going into the P5 basically. Yeah, we hopped this POV and he was only on 5. I got 5 spree, so I was like, I wonder if he'll get it, and he already had it. So I think it might have been actually during the P4. Whew. Rancor's hot shoot continues. No, he is beaming. Also, a lot of this half his kills have been with a sub in hand.
Yeah, he's at the dry, just continues to find it. He's like, I'll play with this a little bit. Into a great spot. You check this corner, but it doesn't matter. It just feels like he is zapping right now.
Yeah, every time he's tucked in the corner, 2 people are sliding into him. He's getting both. 6 spree now for him. Just trying to get back in control of this lead. P2 ready to go. First there will be Heretics, but well, it's going to be a 3-on-2. You have numbers for a moment. Does Paris. And Rancor again just eats. Not missing bullets. 26-12, 8 in a row. Hellstorm earned, chewing up time, doing it all.
Yeah, Sib though, he's going to find one, and Ghosty's got the Hellstorm. So you're going to have to get off this time. Little extra utility, a big bonus, plus you find 2. So as good as the hold was, that life was for Rancor may not mean much. As you're gonna get on this, you just have to deal with Metals, who is across the map. And maybe he had mute field, so they don't find Metals with that play. And he's able to find it. Who was that? Envoy on the hill. He's able to get the double, and now you're right back to it.
I'm imagining it was the mute field play.
Yeah, mute field plays, I think, are all over the place right now. Yeah, just Envoy just made one.
All right. Well, mute field plays all over the park. Paris still holding on to this lead. Big fights for a big P3 now. Sib and Neptune trying to work together to break this through the back.
Oh, throws an 8 back.
Tosses it back in. Envoy took a long round to challenge this from the front. See if they can pinch this out perfectly together. Envoy's gonna get 2 from the front, set up Neptune to get in. And there we go, another brilliant break from Paris.
Yeah, that one a lot cleaner than some of the ones that we have seen, but they find the one player who's not in the hill. He had a 3 stacked on it. Trophies weren't there, and then, yeah, Envoy, wherever he was, through the middle of the map, got that 2-piece.
He wrapped all the way from old through, like, spiral, basically, to mid-map. Like, he took a route.
Yeah, and then we're gassing that up, and they go for dead immediately.
Yep, that'll happen, Joe. This is Call of Duty.
Not at P3 normally. It normally doesn't happen here, though.
No, that's a good point, Joe, but it can happen anywhere. And Neptune's just going to go ahead and rotate with 20 seconds remaining on this. Unfortunately, the rest of his teammates still spawning in the back of old. So Heretics have got everything they want. It's just, can they deal with Neptune? Not yet.
At least know the position to be in. Sib has knife out. He's going to get caught. Very similar to the last time we were here.
Nice play, Trakes. Just a little finesse. Back it up and wall jump. Neptune's like, guys, I'm finessing. I'm finding kills. That looked like a sick joke. Neptune's like, boys, get to me.
A lot of these kills are looking like that. People are getting melted all over the place, and due to Neptune's play, what do you know? Paris are in the hard point. They don't have the spawns, but it has not mattered.
Well, that's the thing about 3 or 4. You can win it from the front, and they're going to try to do exactly that here. Last time they got kind of blessed with the spawn in the back. Well, I'm blessed. Like, Heretics just didn't have the spawn in the back. Metals is one with a bush. Trakes is going to get 2. Metals is going to pop, and Heretics are right back in this. Nobody can get a strong hold, really. Everything's split.
Nobody's able to breathe right now. Like, you've had some longer holds, but not many. Not many, as both of our teams are just breaking back and forth. And you should see that in the scoreboard. About to be a tie game as we head to P5.
I thought maybe the final couple seconds they give the ticks to get the lead change, but now they're going to go off old and try to set up now, or try to break for this P5. Envoy and Ghosty, the crossfire, helping each other out. A pair of assists and a pair of kills for both. Ghosty will try to delay any kind of pinch from mid-map. He's battling with a player or two. Teammates still holding inside the point. Ghosty's going to lose his fight against Super, but Sib does trade it. Now here come Heretics.
You get 20 seconds, now we're going to get 20 seconds. Take control of this. There is 30 left. Rencor, he is still double positive. I swear that Dravik was killing it faster than this M15.
No, honestly, I just would have kept that out. His Dravik was special.
But it does not matter. He's still on a 4 spree. Another lead change coming in for Heretics. But all right, 20, and now another 20.
No, I'd love to know what the longest hold has been. It's sub 30 seconds. It's like gotta be. Unless there's one I'm not thinking of. But we're going down to the wire. Third P1, just about to pop. Sib inside and ready to party. Up 10, looking to close out this series. Neptune gets gunned to sleep by Rancor. Now here they're gonna come, level 4 and 3 towards the point here for a second. Top spiral, Rancor get to that and try to get angles. Sib though, snapping. Sib, I thought nearly a triple, but as he gets those kills, his teammates find none. Everyone else is going to drop, and Heretics are in.
Yeah, does he get through though? Envoy, did he get spotted? Now they're gonna know he is there. I thought maybe there was a chance for him to get through low dirt and mess with this setup. Looks like Paris really playing for P2. At least you have one player in that spot. That's gonna be Sib. Trace though, he's on 5 in a row, trying to match Rencor, trying to get us to that game 5. Maybe not rotating with Sib, but trying to find an opening through connector.
Unfortunately, that streak comes to an end due to a team nade. 10 seconds remaining. P2 ready to pop. 5 points separate them. Super is going to pounce. I thought movement may be a little awkward for a second, but he's able to snap and able to close.
One more player here. It's Envoy. Envoy's got 2, almost finds the 3rd, but early time to Heretics.
Paris, it's been all about the breaks. When they've been able to come up with them over these first couple of hard points over this day, they're going to need another break here. Heretics closer to the lead. And Nade's going to connect to pick 1 out of the point. Sib's able to get 2 after that. He was the hero in the overload. Sib looks to be the finisher here again. Metals gonna get dropped. Can't walk away with anything. Everybody grouped up and banging it out onto the point. 230, 240, away we go.
It was an opening nade from Envoy that leads to that break. Now you need one if you are Heretics, but you dodge is 3 dead. Super is stuck in a corner, 12 more seconds. And while you find Super, you are staggered now. You have to go. Some deep spawns to the position of Envoy. Neptune is frying. You just need to hold on for 2 more, and they do just that. Paris back on land in a winner's round 2.
A chaotic, chaotic exposure map 4. But honestly, bro, it might have been Sib's 2 he got like early in that P2. And then the Envoy nade. But like Sib's 2 were the reason that they couldn't really get like a clean setup. And then Envoy's nade, the pick gets them in. And maybe their best setup and hold is once they finally got control of that P2. They win a pair of hard points. They start out with 3-1 in hard point over their first 2 matches. Some nail-biting wins. And honestly, they probably should be 4-0.
Yeah.
Map 1 versus Carolina, it's very winnable.
So different from the hard point we saw from them in stage 1. I don't know if it's game updates, other teams getting better, but like stage 1, it was all about them being so clean on rotation, just out-rotating everybody, dominating them.
Chaos.
Yeah, now it's them just surviving, thriving, finding dirty breaks.
Yeah, the dirty breaks were coming in. And, I mean, they got blessed with spawns 8 times. They got hurt by spawns. But
there's always an answer.
One way or another. Yeah, they were answering and they were finding the break. They were a resilient bunch throughout their first pair of series. And now, just a couple of hours into the event, you've already started out 2-0. Maybe starting to find your glue, find the connection, trust between teammates again. We knew they could do it. But it's a different thing to see them do it. They'll continue on the tournament in the winner's side of things.
The Gelmates fans showing some fans to the players. They love Ghosty. Now could you not? I mean, it's a great series for him.
Ghosty had some unreal moments. But man, Sib was terrific.
Yeah,
some
Sib
of those
3 and 4, sort of like clutch.
You know, some
Sib.
clutch kills, and like he led the way in damage more often than not. I mean, Rancor put up 41 and had a terrific map, especially when that Dravik was out and blowing for him. But all that mattered were the final moments, as we're going to check out the scuff play of the game. And it's going to be these final seconds.